Good morning and welcome to Wholesome Roots.
It's not morning.
No, it's not morning. Good afternoon and welcome to Wholesome Roots.
Oh, there it is.
All right, you got your notification that we are live.
I do, and let me just check and make sure it's
Yeah,
playing.
what did it say the title was? Because, I was in the middle of changing the title and it looked like it had already...
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know how to check that either.
Make sure you click live chat.
I gotta pop out the chat first, because if I do it... Where did OBS go? Jeez, why is everything being weird tonight?
Alright, looks like all my blue wrenches are in the house.
Oh, good. Good. Alright. So Dolly Perry was here first. Good to have you. She's going to be sowing her peppers tomorrow. Super excited about that. Faithful Fields Homestead is here. Sunshine Farm. Woot woot. New Winchester Farms. Heirloom Permaculture is here. The Hesitant Homesteader inside Kate's Kitchen. Hello, Kate. Good to have you. Homestead in the Highlands. Cheryl, I hope today is going better than it was yesterday, my dear. I'm so sorry about your goose. Diana at Justice Acres. Hello. Teresa Kumar. Did I miss anybody? Oh, yep. I didn't scroll down all the way yet. Green Gables is here. Okay, good. That's what the Get to Know Us Better is what it was supposed to be. It looked like it put it out at the title that it was from last week because I was hitting schedule and it was still written in there. Anyway, I'm glad that worked. Adkins Family Homestead, Wasteland Acres, Denise Devon Warnke. I hope I didn't say that incorrectly. Kiri at Built on the Rock Homestead. Hello. Edel Hanley. Hello. I love it when you can join us. I know it's late over there. It's late for Cheryl too, over in Scotland. Jessica Chaffee. Blue Eye Lathers, Major Impact Farm, good to have you. Kathleen Caraton Moses, Jane A. Golden Pyrenees, Valerie D. Whoops, it jumped. Vivian Duncan, my daughter is here. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. She must want something.
She does.
Jess B. Farm, Sharon Karkarsh. I say it perfect sometimes. Sharon Karkarashvili. I say it perfect sometimes. I know I do. Kim Couch, Sakima's Ridge Homestead, Isis Mommy 1019, Sarah Downer. Oh, thank you. I just use whatever paraben-free shampoos on sale. So this one is some brand I've never used before, but I got it at the clearance place, and it was all natural stuff. I just got out of the shower, so that's why it looks shiny. In a little while, it'll look greasy. That's the nature of my hair. Oh, I'm so glad that your goat is back to normal. And that's really good. Just keep the calcium on hand. And when she is in labor, be ready to give it to her. She's probably going to become hypocalcemic again, to be honest with you. Kelly Flynn, Tammy Hansen. Did I get everybody? Gypsy Broken Wings. Oh, I can't even catch up. There's 44 people in here, and it seems like there's 100 in the chat. I'm trying to get caught up so that I can just get into the conversation, but I want to say hi to everybody that's here right in the beginning, because that means a lot to me that you guys are right on there.
Right on time.
Wasteland Acres. That's Chris, right? Chris Root, that's you, right? Wasteland Acres. I have a hard time getting used to people when they start a channel when I've known them before, and I have to remember. Like when Kiri went from Kiri to Built on a Rock Homestead, it took me a little while to remember that was the Citystead. The Citystead is here. Good to have you. Corey in Wisconsin. Hey, Corey. We've been missing you in the live. Remember, he used to be in the lives all the time. New Winchester Farms. Paige. Hello, Paige.
Hi.
I think I got everybody from the initial Samson Farms. Okay, so how is everybody tonight? I hope everybody's doing great. I'm really excited about tonight's live stream because I'm stealing an idea from my dear friend Jen at Sunshine Farms. So Jen and Chris did this really fun live show last night that it was getting to know them and asking different questions and stuff so that you can get to know them better. Hey, Willow Creek, you made it. I know you might not be able to stick around for long. I appreciate you popping in. Rocky Brook is here. Good to see you, Kenny. Chelsea Tarver. Chelsea! Oh my gosh! You haven't been here forever. So glad that you are. Vivian Duncan. I've been working on homework for 6 hours straight and I haven't made a dent. Help me, Mom. Oh, honey. Don't take so many classes. Little Miss Overachiever. I'm sorry. I can't do your homework for you. I wish I could. The Petite Plantation. Good to see you. Okay. And Enderwink is here. Good evening. So, we're going to do a fun thing where we're going to go through some questions and hopefully you guys will be able to... Oh, my notification is the wrong title. The notification on my phone shows the old title from last week. Oh, well. Hey, Goldshar Farms. Glad you could join us. Hi, Amber Lennox. Good to see you. Renell's Suburban Homesteading Prepping for Survival. Hello, hello. Richin in the USA. Hey, good to see you again. It's been forever. Did you change your channel name? I'm sorry if I don't remember that name. Rich in the USA. Not familiar. Mary Court. I've been having some brain issues where I'm not remembering things really good, so please forgive me if I am a little forgetful on some things. Wendy Weddle, New Traditions Farm. Grateful Sunnights. Hey, Jay. Good to have you. All right. So, we're going to do some questions. This was really fun. So, first off, let me start out with a huge thank you to Jen and Chris at the Sunshine Farm and for them letting us use their idea to kind of just get to know us a little bit better, but also to have you guys, join in the conversation and try to guess some stuff with us. So... Vivian, I'll do your homework. I had to scroll up to see what Trisha had said because Vivian said, thanks, Trish. And I think it's so funny that my daughter that pays no attention to YouTube at all knows who Willow Creek Homestead is. Dolly wants a kidding update. No babies yet. So she was due yesterday. She was bred in the early afternoon 150 days ago yesterday. So today's 151 days. She's still got ligaments, but she's definitely acting cranky. So she's coming along.
Arch Enema, why are some names blue with wrenches? Those are our moderators. They help keep the chat in check.
We haven't really met yet. What are your names? My name is Lisa. Okay, Lisa from the Petite Plantation. Good to see you. Glad that you asked that question. For those of you that don't know, I'm Rose.
I'm Ryan.
And we are Wholesome Roots. So we are just... We're going to get into it tonight. We're going to get a little deeper.
Answered like that.
Yeah. And we interrupt the live stream for Kitty's babies. Yes, Chris. I had Ryan check her ligaments were still there before we went live. So
now's one of those times where like a camera down in the barn on the stall.
I wish
would come in so much. It'd be so handy that we could just look on a phone or computer and be like, oh, no baby yet. Instead of
exactly
11 o'clock at night. Are you going to go check her ligaments?
I'm going down at midnight at the very latest. That's at the very least. Going down at midnight. And if I feel like she needs to have a 2-hour check at that point, I'll do a 2-hour check through the night. I was able to go to sleep last night at midnight. I was like, her ligaments are super tight. I'm just going to hope that she doesn't go by morning. Ryan gets to check her in the morning because I have to go check her at night. So we had a camera when our goat gave birth, but the camera Wi-Fi failed that day and we missed the whole thing, and it was kind of hilarious how ironic it was. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I love watching goats give birth. I love watching any birth. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever watched the Call the Midwife show on Netflix. I love it. I should have been a midwife. I should have. Yeah, the prices are ridiculous. I was thinking about doing it with the tax returns, and then I was just like, nope, that is just too much. I'm fairly new to your channel, but you helped me with your recipe elderberry syrup on Roots and Refuge. Oh, good. Thank you. Aw, you're welcome. I'm glad you're here tonight. D in Yams Woodworking. Good to see you. When kidding season starts for me again, I'm definitely getting a barn can. Yeah, I was hoping to get it this spring, but next spring I'll have to.
We don't have internet down in the barn, so that's
but there's
part of the reason.
But you can get the extender. So, it's an outdoor extender, so it would have been even more expensive than just a camera. So, yeah. All right, so we're going to start with some questions.
So any of you guys that are asking other kinds of questions, we might be able to answer them in a little bit if you can remember to ask again, because we're going to do this getting to know you type question deal.
All right, so we just finished eating dinner. And as many of you know that join us for our live shows on Friday night, every Friday night, we have pizza for dinner. Teresa, I'm going to get to your answer to your question in a minute. We'll have pizza for dinner every Friday night. And we started this tradition because one of our families always does that tradition. They always have Friday night pizza. So, can you tell us which family? There's a fly. There shouldn't be a fly in here. Sorry, distracted.
Stay on point.
It's attracted to the light, so it's like buzzing in my face. Which family does that tradition come from? Ryan's or mine? Any guesses?
Anybody want to guess?
And while you're guessing, I'm going to go ahead and answer Teresa's question up ahead.
Wasteland Acres had answered the question.
Yeah, we're not going to tell anybody until everybody's guessing.
But somebody guessed.
We don't. No. We want everybody to keep guessing.
Okay.
You see, Jen. I told you he wasn't watching your live show last night.
I don't watch anybody else's live shows.
So I will get back. Everybody's answering. So Teresa Pittman has a question about herbs that help with eczema. So one thing you can do for that is chickweed. Chickweed is in season right now. It's growing like crazy out in my garden. So what you can do is make an infused oil with it and make that into a balm, or just use the oil topically on the eczema, and it will really, really help. Deb Kettleston is here. Ryan's. Everybody's answering Ryan's. So maybe we've already said that. Can we up the volume? Is anybody else having volume issues? Because this was said last week, and properties. Hold on a second, guys. I'm going into the properties. If I lose you, it's not my fault. I don't know what I'm doing. Shall I use device timestamps? No.
It should be fine.
It's
maybe I'm not talking directly at the microphone.
No, chickweed grows all over. My mom has it up in Massachusetts. 50-50 chances, yes. Okay, so it is Ryan's. It's pretty much everybody guessed Ryan. Chickweed tea is supposed to help with weight loss. Strange little tidbit.
So growing up in my house, we always had pizza on Fridays, and we just always had pizza Fridays. So I brought that tradition here, and the boys seem to be on board with that. Maybe not everybody else all the time, but yeah, pizza Fridays.
I see a lot of you saying half and half. Like, some of you are saying that the volume is perfect, and some of you are saying it's not.
Yeah, I don't think there's much you can do for that when it's all the way up.
It's all the way up, but
yeah.
There was people saying that last week too, though. I mean, the mic's in the same place it always is, right? I get gluten-free pizza, so that's what I think that I've really begun to not like Friday night pizza because the gluten-free crusts are... Ugh. I haven't found one. Well, this last one that we got is good. But the only topping that it comes in is pesto.
Oh, there's a pepperoni one, but...
Oh, but I don't like pepperoni.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that your volume is all the way up. If that's working, though, then good.
Because, yeah, our microphone is right here in front of us. And our volume's turned up all the way. And this is supposed to be a really good mic.
And it's always been fine before. It's just last week and this week that the first time we've had people say that. Sunshine Farms, you know which one was actually pretty good that might interest you is the Daya, D-I-Y-A, I think it's spelled. That one was actually okay. It's a dairy-free, meat-free too, so that might be a good one for you guys. I don't know if you've tried it before. The ones that are the best are the ones that if you make the gluten-free crust, but usually the reason why we have Pizza Friday night is so that we don't have to cook. You know what I mean?
Have you had the I don't think you've had a cauliflower
yeah,
one,
the week before last, it was cauliflower.
Are you sure?
And it was awful. It was like cardboard.
I thought that
But every brand is different. So, every brand. I see a lot of other people are in the room. Let's go on to the next question. So we're doing questions tonight to get to know us better. All right. So one of us is a cat person and one of us a dog person. Which one?
We will wait for your answers and read comments.
And maybe we should go after just maybe 5 people have said the right one.
Yeah. I don't want to prolong it.
We don't want it to be too long in between. This is interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting. This is fun. What's so funny? Did somebody say something? Oh, I see what you're laughing at. All right. Well, I'm the cat person. I love my dogs too. It's really hard for me to say I'm a cat person because I love my dogs so much. I'm probably both, really, but he's definitely the dog person. He's not a cat
dog person. I am not a cat person.
Which is so sad and pathetic. Is it
all.
not?
I mean,
is it not, Jen? Come on.
Certain cats. It takes a certain personality to win me over to be a cat, and we do have one cat that is like that, Yoda. I love Yoda. She's awesome.
But Yoda's not your cat. She's mine.
No, well, she's
Aura's
the one.
Your cat.
No, but see, Yoda, I had to win her. I had to win her over.
Aura was wild caught in a trap, had her ear clipped when she got fixed at the shelter, and we adopted her. She's definitely the one you had to win over. And Yoda was hand raised by me, found, what was she 3 days old? Something like that. I mean, this big. And mommy rejected her. Mom put her in a different pile. And I literally had to use my own new colostrum to save her life. Because that was all I had in the house when I found her. Because I had just had Liam. So she's mine. I had to syringe feed that baby. Oh my gosh. It's a beautiful story about her. I have it in my Steam It articles if anybody wants to read about her story. She's amazing. Her recovery was absolutely shouldn't have happened, but it did, and we are so grateful for that because now Ryan likes her because she's like a dog.
She's such a scaredy cat, like I don't know, like she doesn't just like everybody like some cats do, and I had to work really hard with her to get her to want to come to me, and now she basically wants to jump into my arms, so that's why I like her.
TMI, Rich in the USA says, LOL, breastfeeding a baby cat, love it. Vivian's probably blushing if she's still watching. Vivian helped me save that cat. We had to give her little syringes, just drops at a time for every hour for a while. Hey, Little Bits of Heaven Homestead.
And
good to
I
see
saw
you.
somebody's
and
comment.
Todd Lejeune, good to see you.
I saw somebody's comment that they never seen a cat in our videos. We have, it's because our cats are.
We have an outside cat that's been in videos.
Yeah, you might have seen Mitzi. She's our only outside cat. The other
she's usually hunting though. So.
The other cats are indoor, outdoor, mostly indoor. So.
They're mostly indoor.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of letting my babies out. So. Occasionally we open up the back door and just let them go in and out for a few hours, and then I'll call them in. But we live so close to the road. I'm so All right. Next question. Where did we meet? Where did Ryan and I meet? Work. At work. Garden center. Wow, you guys are pretty smart.
Work. Okay, for those.
So you're actually right about the gardens and work.
So whose work?
Wait a minute. Who's guessing because they know from our 30 random facts video, and somebody's watched our video. Whitney Gibson watches our videos, very observant. You win. So in the butterfly garden, Kathleen Carrington Moses. Wow, you guys are really observant. So yes, I was working at the butterfly center. He just wanted to say hi to everybody, I think. You say hi? Mm-hmm. I was working at the butterfly center, and Ryan walked up and started asking me questions about working there because he was putting in an application, and he mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. Oh, it alive, maybe. Yeah. So, this is my son. He's just being silly, wearing a witch's hat, and he has long hair. So, but he is cute. So anyway, yep, he started asking me questions about, working there, and I was like, I'm going to marry this man. Literally. I said that day. And I didn't know if I was ever going to talk to him again, because somebody pulled up behind him. He was talking to me through his car window, and somebody pulled up behind him, and he had to go. It was like, we were like hitting it off, talking about, working here and what it's like. And then he had to go. And it was like, I'm never going to see this guy again. And like for a week, exactly, I was like, oh, I hope Ryan comes by today. And like, I literally left from meeting him and talking to him in the parking lot, went to the break room and said, I just met my future husband. And I was telling everybody that I worked with that I had just met my husband. He did. He pollinated my heart. And then literally exactly a week later, he came back to the butterfly center, and I was in the parking lot again because I had been working on parking lot cleanup that whole week. So not cleanup, but like I was moving plants and weeding and putting out pre-emergent and stuff. And so he came back, and I was like bent over weeding, and he just started talking, and we just started talking in the parking lot. And see, part of my job, because it was a public garden, was to talk to the guests. That was like, you have to. That was part of the job. And so then when I realized how late it was getting, because it was break time again and I had to go, that's when he asked me for my number. And I think before I even got to the break room, he had already texted me. And he continued texting me all day that first day, and that was a Thursday. And then we went out for our first date on Saturday, and we've been together ever since. It was truly love at first sight. I love our story, if you can't tell. Who is the planner? Who plans things?
Who could be the planner?
While you're thinking about that, I'm just going to remind you that this idea came from Sunshine Farm. Sunshine Farm is a wonderful channel, and you need to go check them out. They are a plant-based homestead, and they're putting in an orchard, and they are just really doing an awesome job. Incredible quality videos. You're absolutely going to love them. Go check them out. Oh, it's about 50-50 split here. Haha, Adkins, that's true. I do dream, but I do plan. Ryan will never, ever make plans, ever. Even when I'm sitting here going, tomorrow, what are we doing? Please tell me.
It's because
And he won't.
I'm the free spirit.
He's like, oh, let's just live life 1 second at a time.
Live in the moment, yeah.
The one with the pre-coded spreadsheet for planting. Thank you.
Very good observation.
Yeah, so, yeah, Ryan does not plan ever.
I do plan, but
no.
Not like you plan.
No, I need to know at least 24 hours in advance what I'm doing the next day, or I lose it.
In 24 hours...
I'm going to be delivering a goat?
I don't know what I'm going to be doing.
Who's the bigger goat lover? Huh? Anyone? Any guesses?
I think y'all know the answer to this.
They're capitalizing it. I could just move on to the next question. All right. It's me, of course. Obsessed.
You think, but you would be wrong.
I think that it's probably close to a tie, actually. You do really love your goats. I mean, like, you know, when Ryan tucks the goats in at night and does the nighttime chores, he stays down there petting them for a long time. So I do think that it might be close to a tie. Close to a tie. He's not as obsessed with goats, probably.
Right.
But he loves them a lot. Who has traveled out of the country more? Yeah, he is a good man. He actually goes in the stalls and pets them and gives each one an ear rub. He does this thing with their ears where he goes like this and he rubs their ears. If that was a floppy Nubian ear. Rose, Ryan. Neither. Ryan. Interesting answer, Valerie D.
Well, for those of you that are saying Ryan, I have some news for you. You're right.
Yeah.
I have been out of the country a couple times. I went to Mexico briefly when I was a child. And then as a teenager / adult, I've been to Germany and Canada. So
I've only been to Tijuana once. That's it. It was when I lived in Arizona. We used to drive over to San Diego and Palm Springs to visit my ex-husband's family there. And one time we just decided to drive down to Tijuana. I don't have buffering on my end, but I see that 3 people. That's weird.
We're fine.
Our thing never changed. It was showing a perfect stream the whole time. That's really weird. Sorry about that, guys. It showed as a nice bright green live stream health here. You need water?
I need water, but it's not
Here.
in here.
Yeah, that's because the Berkey's empty.
Oh.
It's filtering. All good now? Okay. If it's not all good, please refresh. Please refresh. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh, I've only been to Tijuana. That's it. Who spends more time with the chickens? You do know everybody's trying to guess based off of your facial expressions because you make funny faces every time I ask a question.
I'm trying to throw them off.
Oh, this might be a unanimous.
Well,
The kids. That's a good one. Good guess. They're probably up there, but it's definitely Ryan.
definitely me.
Who makes weirder faces?
Oh, that's a good question.
Rowan.
I wonder
We'll have to get Rowan in here.
I wonder where he gets it from.
But no, Ryan absolutely spends more time with the chickens than I do because we do our chicken chores in the evening and he does them. Yeah. So he does the chicken chores.
And they've got more personality than cats. Let's start some controversy. I'm kidding.
Goodness.
I'm kidding.
Who has been in school the longest? There's going to be 2 questions here. So who's been in school the longest? Oh, I spend more time with the quail, Dolly. I do the quail in the morning. Does Ryan have a favorite chicken or a favorite chicken breed?
I tend to like Rhode Island Reds and Americanas, but as a favorite, I don't know that I have a favorite.
Okay, yes, I have been schooled the longest, but we have another question. Who's been to college 4 times?
Could be the same answer.
Makes sense.
It would make sense. 4 different times, that would imply that they're more highly educated. Or that they just went to class 4 times. I don't know.
Now it's all switching over to Ryan. You guys are smart. So yes, Ryan is the one who's been to school 4 times.
4 times. And never completed.
Please don't fight with each other.
Hit my head on my
Alright.
head.
Oh, that's sad. You were messing with my brain is right. We were hoping. All right. Who does the dishes? Hey, part-time Burmese. Who does the dishes every night? Oh, it did used to be the kids. If Dalton's here, he does too.
I do the dishes.
I am appalled at how many of you just assume I don't do the dishes.
I do all the...
I did the dishes only once.
You did do the dishes.
I do all the after dinner dishes and sweeping the floor, all the dinner stuff. That's me. I'm sort of an obsessive sweeper.
That's new.
No, I love my new broom though.
No,
that's new.
Who gets up first in the morning?
What?
He does. He loves me. He wants me to rest. Yeah, he is a wonderful husband. What was the question I just asked?
Yeah, what was the question?
Who gets up first in the morning?
Who gets up first in the morning?
No, the kids are the last ones up is the funny thing. The rooster. That's a good one. It is definitely Ryan. Unless a goat's about to kid, then I bet it's Rose. Yes, very good point, Amber.
It's me. I am incapable of sleeping in.
But I'll get up every 2 hours, so technically I'm up.
That's like every...
The kids actually sleep in much later than we do.
I can't sleep in. I wake up at 5:30, 6:30. If I sleep past 7, I've slept in.
All right.
That's why
I got a good one.
Hunting works out so well for me because I.
All right, this is a good one. Who has had mushroom growing training for growing your own mushrooms? Which one of us? Hello, everybody that's just joining us. We are doing a question and answer night, or I guess just a question night. Yeah, you guys are answering for us. What did I ask?
Who's had a mushroom training?
Okay, because I'm we're getting some of both. It's a little split down the middle. We have videos on mushroom foraging, yes. We don't have videos on them growing. We were going to do that, though. We've got some oak logs aging now.
Yeah.
They're probably in another week?
I have access to all kinds of wood.
Yeah, that's true. So, it's Ryan.
Me.
So that was the year that Ryan won the scholarship for the Georgia Organics Conference. And I was like, all right, you're going without me. You better go take the mushroom class. So I sent him in my place, and he rocked it.
I even took notes.
He took great notes and got me some mushroom spawn, and yeah.
I took your book and
I got my book signed.
I got the book signed by the author.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night, Trish.
We love mushrooms.
Yeah, we're really good about identifying the edible ones. It's the non-edible ones that are harder to identify. Guys, we're not going to jump on the couch during the live stream. Hey. Rowan, go back to the kitchen table. Which computer do you have on, Rowan?
I want to use the old one.
Well, then you better do your learning games. Go on. Ah. Yeah, usually the ones growing out of mulch in the flower beds are not the yummy ones. But if you're seeing some of those phallic shaped ones, those are interesting. She said some of the shapes are hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are stinkhorn mushrooms. We've got them growing in the mulch in our bed too. Yeah, we've actually done mushroom foraging classes with friends and walked out and taught everybody about which mushrooms are which, and there are so many different kinds. Who says no bunnies ever on the homestead? Which one of us says that we will never have bunnies on our homestead?
Or maybe we could both say it, and then we'll see which one they think.
That's weird. You're confusing people.
No bunnies on the homestead ever.
They're all saying Ryan. A couple of people said Rose. I was waiting for Sunshine Farm to answer, but all she said was so sad.
I said no bunnies on the homestead ever.
No, it's me.
She said no bunnies on the homestead.
Yep. I can't do it. And the reason why is if I were to have a bunny, it would be because I can't have a bunny as a pet, and I can't have a bunny as meat. So if I was going to be raising bunnies as meat, I don't think I could handle it. It would be too hard for me. It would be way too hard. And for the reason why I can't have them as a pet is because I had a very traumatic situation when I was a teenager. I was in FFA, Future Farmers of America, in high school. And we showed rabbits. And it was funny because the very first rabbit show I ever participated in, I didn't know which category to enter myself into. I didn't know what the terms meant or whatever, and I checked the wrong box. And I actually was entered in with the advanced professional showman people who had been doing it for years. and not the introductory people who had just started, which was what I should have entered into. And I won. I beat them all with my bunny because my bunny was awesome. My bunny was so awesome. And that summer, I went to an agricultural high school, so we took care of the bunnies at school. So that summer, I was told I could take my bunny home, and I was so excited. And I loved this bunny so much. And I would take this bunny out in the yard, and it would eat, and it would hop around, and it was like a free range bunny, and then it would come back to its cage, and I would put it away. And well, one day I woke up to find that the neighbor's dog had got my bunny, and it was so traumatizing. So traumatizing. I mean, I screamed and yelled, and I was so angry and sad, and it was just awful. And I said, I'm never going to have bunnies again. I can't, I get too attached, and for them to just like that be gone. So I just can't do it. I can't do it. And I think that might be part of the reason why I couldn't do them for meat either, is because I get too attached to something that's so soft and sweet and cuddly. So it's not because I don't like bunnies. It's because it was a very traumatizing experience. We're going to be going until 9 o'clock. Somebody asked how late we go. We usually do an hour live. At 9 o'clock, we're actually going to be heading over to Art and Bree's channel. I'm moderating for Art and Bree. They're going live tonight. For those of you that don't know, Art and Bree, they're a pretty big YouTube channel. And we've been friends with them since we started YouTubing. So they're going to be going live tonight, which is something that they don't normally do. So it'll be pretty fun. They've got new internet, and they might be making this a regular thing. Oh, it's not their first time live, but it's definitely something they don't do very often. So if you want to join me over at Art and Bree at 9 o'clock, we might jump off of here a few minutes early so I can make sure I can get over there. Yeah, it will be a crazy busy chat room. They might need more moderators. So there's 90 of you in the room now, so that's pretty, we're having a hard time keeping up, but this format that we're doing with these questions is making it a little easier, so that's cool. Oh, it sounds like a lot of you have had that happen. So all right, first we'll do it for me. Beer or wine? For Rose. Beer or wine?
We need like Jeopardy music or something.
Yeah. I'm thinking like maybe we should look at some. Thanks for the shout out. Arthur isn't home from work yet, but hopefully we will be on time. Awesome. Speaking of, hello, Art and Bree.
See, lots of guesses.
Lots of wine and lots of beer. I'm definitely wine, no gluten. Good thinking, but I'm definitely a beer girl. I love beer. I love beer.
And they make gluten-free beer, y'all.
Yep. So
it's a bit harder to find, but it does exist.
And it is more expensive. So I do like wine too, though. I tend to drink more wine when I'm with my sisters and my mom, and then when I'm the rest of the time, it's more beer. Definitely in the summer too. It's definitely I prefer a nice cold beer when I'm done working in the garden. Elderflower wine would be wonderful. The gluten-free beer is pretty good. It's hard to get a IPA in gluten-free, but it's still, some of them are kind of but it's all right. And then for Ryan, beer or wine? Oh yeah, I drink it from the bottle too. I don't pour it in a glass. If I go to a restaurant and it's in a bottle and they, offer me a glass, I'm like, no need for the glass. I prefer to drink it out of the bottle. Oh, so there's quite a few wine guesses. And beer.
And a neither.
And a neither. Ooh, thinking outside the box. I don't think Ryan drinks, Enderwink says. All right. What's it going to be, Ryan?
I would say that the neither might be the closest because I like scotch. But I don't drink scotch that often because she doesn't drink scotch, so I'm not going to go out and buy scotch. Yeah. But I do love scotch. But
he makes wine, so wine. That makes sense.
I do make wine, and I love to drink my wine that I make.
Richard in the USA, you drink wine from the bottle at the restaurant? No, the beer. Silly.
I do love wine too.
That would be funny though.
But if
whiskey or shine, there you go.
If it came down to it, a good IPA or a double IPA beer that's pretty good answer. I would say beer if I had to answer that.
All right, really good question here, guys. Who's collected the most milk?
Oh, Homestead in the Highlands. If you could get me some scotch from over there, whiskey. That would be awesome.
Ryan likes what is put in front of him, basically. $30-pack Miller High Life for Ryan. Ryan, because of Rose's wrist and hands. That's a good thought. Most people are saying Rose. So, Ryan, because of your hands. No. It is Ryan. It is Ryan, but not because of my hands.
She's still catching up to me.
I will never catch up to him.
Yeah, you will eventually. No.
Explain it.
I used to work at a sheep dairy where I milked by myself 200 plus sheep on a single shift.
Plus 2 cows.
Plus 2 cows.
Was it ever 3 all at once, or the third one was bred at a different time?
It was only 2 at once. So yeah, I have...
The dairy he worked at, Samson Farm, said, yep.
I have collected the most milk by volume.
Another trick question.
Yeah,
how many gallons did you get?
Oh, good
Like, it was
Lord.
like 200 gallons a day or something?
I can't remember.
It was a lot. No, it wasn't 200 gallons because you did 200 sheep. But with the cows, it could have been, maybe. Rose, you need to add 100 or so more goats. Yep, the sheep dairy made cheese. So sheep cheese is very, very high end.
They were mostly East Frisian. We also had Katahdin, and then one season we mixed in Awasi, a Middle Eastern sheep. So they had some of those genetics. So they were kind of mutts, some of them, but mostly East Frisian. That was if you had to label most of them, that's what they were, and Katahdins.
Yeah, part-time permies, I can have cider. Hard cider is okay, and what are those bubbly water, sparkling water that are spiked?
Spiked seltzer.
Those are gluten-free. And yet no sheep on your homestead, right? I would like a couple of sheep just to see what it was like. So it'd be interesting, but I'm almost thinking maybe Angora goats instead now. Like, if we get Angora goats instead of alpacas, then we don't have to keep them in a separate place. I just like the idea of having fiber. So, how many goats could you potentially have in milk, Rose? Oh, that's a hard question. Well, have a good weekend, Richard in the USA. Some people are starting to leave. Who's lived in the most states? Have you tried to make beer, Ryan?
I have successfully made very delicious beer, but not with Rose.
Your neighbor makes gluten-free beer for his wife. See? You can do it.
I told you.
So what we're hoping to do this year is to start some hops in the garden. Are you leaving, Goldshaw?
My problem with making beer is a lot of them it's just making beer from a kit. To me, that's kind of like making brownies from a box of brownies. Is it really making beer, or are you just putting together somebody else's thing? I mean, yeah, it's good, and maybe it's a little bit cheaper, but beer is more, it's less forgiving. Wine, I can use my own ideas.
All
my
right, we
own
got about
ingredients.
a 50-50 guess on the who's lived in the most states, and it was me. I've lived in Massachusetts, Arizona, Kansas, North Carolina, Georgia. Did I miss one? 5 states. It seems like I missed one.
And I
lived in Georgia twice. I think that's why I'm forgetting. The number of moves was more than that.
And I've lived in Georgia. That's it. I've
That's
never
it.
left Georgia. Yep.
Yeah, but I couldn't stall them together. I couldn't put them into the same stall at night, J&A Golden Pyrenees. So we'd have to have a separate stall for the alpacas because they're much bigger. I don't know that I would... I don't know. Maybe they would get along okay in a stall, but I think they would need the space to lay down and stretch out. Not stretch out, but... because they cush, don't they, when they sleep? All right.
What would be a good learning tool? I missed what Dolly Perry said before.
Making beer from maple sap. That sounds interesting. How did you two meet? Renee, we just went over that a few questions ago. If you want to rewatch this, it's a great story. Beautiful story. I think that, or is that it? Oh, music. Who's musically inclined? Who is musically inclined? It started out kind of even, and now it's saying, now it's going over to Ryan. So yes, it is Ryan.
Yes, it's me.
He can play the bass, the guitar, what was that? Banjo.
I don't remember.
He claims he does not know how to play the banjo, but I promise you, he knows how to play the banjo really well.
I don't remember it.
He doesn't remember it.
I was trained to play the saxophone in school, and I was in chorus in
That's
school.
right.
So
I was in chorus. I didn't play any instruments though.
But yeah, saxophone was the instrument I learned.
But you know what's funny? Who owns the most instruments? This one right here. I got a guitar because I wanted to learn how to play guitar, and I took classes and stuff, and I just never could do it, you know. I wasn't very good at it. Bree, is Art home yet? Do we need to hurry this up, or? I love the sax.
And I do not own a saxophone anymore. Sadly, when I was in college one of those 4 times and very broke, I sold it to a music store so I could pay my bills. So that's one of the, there's not a lot of things in my life I could say I regret, but I regret that. I wish I wouldn't have sold my saxophone.
They want you to play for them.
I don't have anything to play right now.
I'll go get my guitar.
No. I dabble. The other instruments that she mentioned, I dabble. I'm not like really good or anything.
He's good. He's good.
I'm okay.
He's not confident.
Play the air sax. Homestead in the Highlands needs to send me some scotch, and I will play all the music.
We went to a Kentucky Derby party once where they had, what are those drinks called?
Moscow. No. Mint juleps.
Mint juleps that tasted like juice, and we didn't realize how strong they were. And so Ryan, the people's house who were having the party, they have an actual band that like goes and plays gigs and stuff. I think they even had a CD, didn't they? And so anyway, they all started playing together and pulled out all their instruments. And they're like, we need somebody to play the banjo. And Ryan took it and just started playing. Never touched one before. And he was right there with the band, playing along with them, freestyling perfectly. I have it video recorded somewhere. Is it on this camera? The one that I can't find the battery to?
Because I don't remember.
I have got to find the battery for this old camera. All right. So we've got a 5-minute warning already up, so let me go quickly on this one. This is going to be a 3-pack question. Who has had cinematography classes, been on a TV series multiple times, and has professional culinary experience? Think they're gonna get it?
No.
That will be all Ryan. One of his college stints, he took cinematography.
Yep, that was the last time I went to school. I went for digital media technology because I wanted to be a part of the film industry. And I took classes on cinematography and editing, which I really don't like editing. The proof.
He never has edited a video
I can't.
on our channel.
I don't like editing, but I love filming videos, love directing, and I love acting. Which leads me, I was on a television series.
He was in every episode of the first season except for the first episode.
No, I was in 8 out of 10 episodes of the first season and 1 episode in the second season.
And he was
of a show you can look up right now called Halt and Catch Fire.
It's on Netflix, y'all.
It's on Netflix.
We just rewatched it. It was really good.
So season 1, episode 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. I'm in it.
It's definitely for adults. It's got some adult themes.
It was on AMC, but now it's on Netflix. I look very different. I'm bigger. I have a really big mustache, and I have long hair. Not this long hair, but like long hair. So yeah.
Yep.
Halt and Catch Fire. That's it. It's got 4 seasons and it ends well. So,
did you guys enjoy this? Did you like this? Was this a fun night for you? No typos? You were supposed to be watching my typing. No. Okay.
I was just a background actor. I don't have a speaking role.
He was a premier background actor, though.
Yeah, I was part of the core cast in the office of the company was called Cardiff Electric, and I was a computer engineer. So I'm just in the office all the time, walking around, working on computers.
Oh, culinary. You gotta explain your culinary.
Professional. I bounced around so many restaurants.
You were hired as a chef at a fine farm-to-table restaurant.
Before I worked with her in the garden at Cerebi, I worked in the kitchen there. That's how I got my foot in the door there. I started working doing chef duties. But before that, I worked in many restaurants doing all kinds of different cooking jobs.
So this was a lot of fun. I want to say again, thank you to Sunshine Farms for letting us steal this awesome idea. It was really fun to try this out. It's just a different spin on things. And Art and Bree is going live in just a minute. So you guys go over to their channel and check them out. And I will see you over there. And if you're looking for updates on Kitty, more than likely I won't be able to hold it in and not post right away a video, obviously, because if I get to record her, then I'm going to be posting it on YouTube. That'll take a couple of days to edit, usually. So, if you're really interested, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Our Facebook group is Wholesome Roots Farmstead Friends. Our Facebook page is Wholesome Roots Passionate Plants. And we are Wholesome Roots on Instagram. And there's a good chance we'll give an early spoiler alert over there if she does kid before the video comes out. Obviously, she's going to kid before... You know what I mean. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, next week we are having St. Patrick's Day beard. Thank you, Deb, for reminding me. St. Patrick's Day special.
Did you say St. Patrick's Day beer?
Beard.
Because we were just talking about beer.
Well, we could dye your beer green, and you could... So, you guys remember the Christmas special when we decorated Ryan's beard? Deb Kettleston has set us up again with decorations to decorate his beard for St. Patrick's Day.
I was thinking about
Thank you guys.
I might shave in the morning.
No. Thank you guys for watching. Go check out Art and Bree. Love you.
Bye.
Where's the stop?
Oh gosh, we're
Bye,
over.
guys.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. You know the drill. We'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots.
See you next Friday.